To-do verbs. Hello everyone, welcome to one of English grammar lesson on to-do verbs from AC. In this video, we are going to talk about to-do verbs in English. At the end of this video, you will understand to-do verbs in simple present tense and also to-do verb in simple past tense. Before coming to simple past tense, let's come to simple present. In English, to-do verbs in simple present tense, there are two to-do verbs in simple present. The first one is do and the second one is does. Where we can use do in our sentences and where we can use does in our sentences. The first one, do is for all plural subjects that are we, you, they, and also we can use do for I. Does is for singular subject, he, she, it. These are to-do verbs in simple present tense. There is a note in here. Let's have a discussion about this note. After that, we want to go to the simple past tense and to-do verbs. Note, to-do verbs are called principal auxiliary verbs. In English, there are some auxiliary verbs. To-do verbs are called principal auxiliary verbs. Why they are called principal auxiliary verbs? Because we can use them as a main verb in our sentences and also we can use them as an auxiliary verb in our sentences. And this reason, we call them principal auxiliary verbs. When we use them as a main verb, to-do verb shows an action, or when we want to do an action or to carry out an action, we use it as a main verb. These are the structures in to-be verb. Let's come to the positive structure. In positive structure, there is a structure subject plus do and does plus complement or object. We have do and does, it is belong to our subject. If our subjects are singular, it means singular subject, he, she, it, or Ahmad, Ali, we should use does. But if our subject is plural, we should use do. یعنی نظر به سابجکت ماست. اگر سابجکت ما مفرد بود از دست استفاده میکنیم، اگر سابجکت ما جمع بود از دو استفاده میکنیم. According to these structures, let's make a sentence. Subject we, and here our subject is we, it's plural. We should use do. We do our homework. In negative form, there are two do verb in here, to do. Do and does, and the next one is do. In negative form, just we should add not after do and does, and the next one again we have do. It means this do is an auxiliary verb in here, work as an auxiliary verb, and this do work as a main verb. We do not do our homework. This do is from the structure, from the auxiliary verb, and this do is again main verb. We do not do our homework. In question form, just we should bring our auxiliary verb at the beginning of the sentence. Do we do our homework? These are as a main verb. But in here, how we can use them as an auxiliary verb? As an auxiliary verb, to-do verbs mostly use them for simple present tense. For simple present tense, in positive form, there is not any to-do verb. For example, subject plus verb, object or complement. Ali works in a bank. If you don't know how we can make sentences for simple present tense, you can go to the videos. Some videos we have made them. You can go them and you can understand about simple present tense. And here, Ali works in a bank, it's simple present tense. In negative form and question form, we should bring do and does as an auxiliary verb. Why? Because in here we have a main verb. Do and does works as an auxiliary verb. Ali does not work in a bank. And here we have a rule. In positive form we have SES, but in negative form we should remove it. It's according to simple present tense. In question form, we should bring our auxiliary verb that is called do and does at the beginning of our sentences. Does Ali work in a bank? These are to-do verbs in simple present tense. Let's come to to-do verbs in simple past tense. Again, in simple past tense, there is one to-do verb. We can use them for all subjects. It's not important. Is our subject is singular or plural? We should use for all subjects. And here, again, we can use to-do verb as a main verb and also as an auxiliary verb. Let's come to main verb. In main verb, we have subject plus did, object or complement. As you understood about that, in here we have do and does, but in simple past tense we should change it to did. Ahmad did the laundry. In negative form, بشكل منفي just add not after did. Subject plus did, not plus do plus object or complement. Let's change this sentence to negative. وقتی که با منفی تبدیلش میکنیم صرف یک not بعد از did اضافه میکنیم و این فعل ما که did است حالت دوم است باید در جملات منفی و سوالیه به حالت اول میبریمش. Because in here we have two to do verb. The first one works as an auxiliary verb and in here works as a main verb. Ahmad did not do the laundry. In question form, just bring did at the beginning of the sentence. Did Ahmad do the laundry? And here works as a main verb. How we can use them as an auxiliary verb? As an auxiliary verb, did is used for simple past tense. Do and does is for simple present, but did is for simple past. There's a structure here, subject plus verb to the object or complement. In positive form, there is not any did, but in negative form, in question form, we should use did to help our sentences to change them to the negative and question form. Like this, subject plus did plus not plus verb and plus complement. These are called auxiliary verbs because they help us to change our sentence to negative and question. See, in here there is not any did because it's positive form, but when you want to change it to negative form we should use did. وقتی که با منفی و سوالیت تبدیلش میکنیم باید از did فعل کمک استفاده کنیم تا جمله ما را بتونیم به منفی و سوالیت تبدیل کنیم. بدون did نمیتونیم جملات ما را تبدیل کنیم. Ali did not work in a bank last year. Did Ali work in a bank last year? These were all about to-do verbs in English. Thank you so much. Wish you best of luck. Have a nice time.